Be me. Get alternate access. Find website about time. It shows a visual representation of time as a spiral. Can zoom into it without limitation, like a fractal. Each rotation brings glimpses of significant historical events, personal memories and potential futures. As you zoom in, the videos play and animate. When you stop scrolling, it freezes and shows a picture. Time lapses of buildings being constructed, animals decaying, people being executed, crowds cheering. As I zoom in, suddenly all of the events are about me. Being born, getting married, driving to work, arguments, deathbed, casket. Dirt above casket grows grass, bushes, trees, animals occasionally walking by. A new ocean forms over the area. Video of globe shows continents moving and shifting all over. Sun explodes. Stars flowing and orbiting the galaxy. Galaxies swirling. Everything expanding, getting further apart. Eventually blackness. Continue scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, with no apparent effect. Suddenly a flash, obviously a big bang. Galaxies form. Earth. Significant events. Me, again. Different wife. Different house. Different casket. OK/X/ I need to know if anyone is aware of anything that tries to lure you away or tempt you with gifts that I should be aware of. This all just feels weird. I hope I can explain it. Be me. Grew up in rural New England. Moved away for a bit, but moved back before the pandemic. Lucky me too, because I was in LA. I dodged that situation. Moved to a part of New England I was only semi-familiar with. Used to party around here when I was in college, because it was a small shitty rural ones in the middle of nowhere. Live at my current place for at least 4 years now. Unfortunate happens and I am basically stuck in my apartment, basically only leaving to walk the dog. This gets extended because my wife has surgery and I am basically a house husband for her recovery. We were able to swing that because of the nature of her job and its generous slower policy. Shit yeah, only have to cook, clean and get to play video. Not going to lie, made me a little retarded for a while. Was also smoking pot because bored and trapped, so I had to escape inward. Start quitting all that. Go for more walks with my dog. Small terrier mix. Raised in the city, so a complete dumb fuck when it comes to nature, but he loves it. He also never became car smart. Start developing a routine with him. On one of our walks around our apartment complex I see a bottle. Inner poor fag comes out. I pick up bottles for the 5 cents. This is something my grandfather instilled in me from a young age. He grew up a turbo poor fag. He graduated high school in the 1910s, and was almost disowned by my great-grandmother for buying a car for $100. It got him in my grandmother's pants. I am here partially because of that car. Anyway, pick up bottle and continue walk with dog. Have to wash my hands because he has already shit, and I have picked it up. Responsible.jpg. Get back and put it with my returnable. Think nothing of it. Earlier tonight, some controversial remarks from /x/ concerning the state of the board test. I was hoping to get your comments on test. I was hoping to get your comments on what /x/ said. Test. You want my comments? Test. You want my comments about what greater than be me said? Test. Is that what you're asking me? Test. Me and /x/ have differing opinions. Test. I said we don't agree. Test. I don't agree with /x/. Test. You got time for me to tell you a story? I'm gonna tell you a story right now. A story about me, who rolled into /x/ last night. And when I rolled into /x/ I was real thirsty. Be me. So I went to a bar. And started drinking beer. And more beer. And more beer. Then I started throwing darts. Playing pool. Drinking beer. Then I got on one of those mechanical bulls. I rode that bull frontways, sideways, backwards, frontways, two-handed, one-handed, no-handed. Finally had to shut that sumbitch down cause I wore it out. Then I started drinking more beer. And I started a be me thread. And all of /x/fighting. I whipped everybody's ass. I threw them all out the door. Every single one right out the door. Finally, the glowy Jannies said, you. And I said, test. And I'm gonna roll into that /x/thread one pissed off some bitch, because, Triple H, you said you kicked my ass once? Test. You said you kicked my ass once? Test. So you think you can do it again? Test. That's what you said? Test. And if you got a problem with that, I can say that to your face. Test. I can say that to your side, I can say that to your back, I can say that to your other side, or I can say that right to your test, because the bottom line is, be me. Go to /x/ Pepe post to win. And that's the bottom line. Test. Called Pepe 3:16 said so. Thank you. I am typing this all out and was trying to remember every instance where I picked something up. I apologize for being a bit slow. I am just getting the hang of green texting this, and I know this is the preferred way of talking about your experiences. Be me, be today. Out for a walk around the apartment. Do our big loop around the small park here. On our way back, when we approach a big dead tree that is near the side of the road. Call the tree a squirrel hotel because a colony of squirrels has basically hollowed it out. Poor tree. Tree is right next to the road. One of the hollowed branches had fallen into the road in the past because of the squirrels so super close. Dog hits on something. Again, he is old and stubborn, so when he suddenly goes after something it is slightly surprising. Runs around the side of the tree, and just as I yank him back, a Jeep comes flying down the road from behind us. I am pretty aware, and I usually hear the electric cars that live around me coming. It is also pretty quiet around here. If I had not yanked dog back, he would have been made into street pizza. I do not see a squirrel or chipmunk. Not at the tree or up it, or even across the road. I see something shiny. It was what my dog was running at. It was a newer clear glass bottle. No label. Just like the dug up one. Obviously do not pick it up. Just to add, the road near us is not traveled often unless it is by people that live here or work at an office place in the back, but this was after they were at work. I did not recognize the Jeep, and like I said, I have been a house husband for a while and I have gotten to know other schedules. So am I getting gifts, or are traps being laid for me? Are there any entities out there that do stuff like this? I know the Fae try to lure kids away, but I am in my 30s, there is no mistaking me for a child. Be me 14-year Brazilian in a rural area. Just buy a old SNES of a friend, few cartridges only. Friend told about this guy that lives 5 kilometers more or less from my house. Decided to go there to see if he wants to sell or trade games. The first friend says he goes together. 5 p.m., kind of Brazilian winter when the sun dies early. 6 p.m., we decided to cut a short by isolated and abandoned farm. We reach a destination in 20 minutes, trade games, and when noticed Nigth already falls. Rushing back by same way, no flashlights, so slow pace. Nigth very dark and guided only in wide distant light and a small trail on the ground. Passing by the side of a small mount with a huge electrical tower. Suddenly a car thing come from behind the mount. We stopped to check and become curious how a fucking car reached that place. The car then started to lift in the air. We started to panic and run. We saw small lights around us. I stopped and almost returned. My friend just grabbed me by the arm and rushed me. We arrived to the end of the trail and the entrance of the neighbor. My friend was crying and scared AF. We go to Ho's house and tell her mom about what happens. She lags and calls us crazy. We decide to tell no one anymore. I only tell it in internet. Later I discover that my city is a hotspot for ufology. We even have a extinct volcano here that people say is the entrance of a portal. Sorry my broken English, guys. Was hanging out with some friends a few nights ago and we encountered something at a nearby lake. Here's a poorly written green explaining what happened. Be me. 24th birthday. Decide to hang out with a group of friends. We all meet up at Hawaiian Brothers and get some food and talk about what we wanna do. We decide to go to a lake nearby and smoke cigars. We head out to the lake and set up. Having a fun time smoking and shooting the shit with friends. We're out there several hours fucking around. Around 2 a.m. we hear what sounds like a pack of coyotes attacking something, which quickly turns to them yelping and whining, sounding like they're fleeing from something. This goes on for a few more seconds, interrupted by a large splash from the lake followed by complete silence. There's nothing, no crickets, no night birds, just silence. We all take this as a sign to get the fuck out and book it to the cars. We all make it back to the parking lot to finish our cigars. We continue talking, and finish off our cigars. Me and one other guys decide to walk back down to where we were to see if we can see anything down there. Not even halfway down we hear a large deep guttural growl from all around us, followed by the same dead silence as before and the smell of death. We both look at each other and turn around and run back where the others are. Apparently they heard it too, and we all get back in the cars and peel out. What the fuck did we encounter? Specific area is Smithville Lake, Missouri. Not something spooky but weird enough. Mind you, I am still a child, so memory's fuzzy. Be me, 10 years old in Oklahoma, 19 now. Parents are trying to get me into a GT program in elementary school. Succeed and get in. Owning class. Teacher asks for my parents to go take a PGAT test. Scores 143. Taken out of public school and sent to some program at Tinker Air Force Base. ADHD behavior at home begins. Parents are told to go get me psych evaluated. Gets prescribed. Starts taking medicine to keep me from being hyperactive. Parents take me off meds and out of program. Aussie and paranoid child now in hands. Find internet. Find 4chan. Find /x/. You might have been green bombed. I guess I saw him in a dream once, didn't even know about his existence. Be me. Wake up inside the dream. Holy shit, I'm dreaming.jpg. Fuck the shitment.mp3. Gonna kill myself in order to wake up for real. Bash head against the wall. Wake inside the dream again. Days passed. Losing hope. Be taken to a control room out of the blue. There's a pale man with a top hat and a Victorian raincoat and a mustache waiting for me. He's smiling. This is the death you seek. Claps his fingers. I wake up. He had a strange aura about him, like he knew WTF was going on the whole time. For reference, he looked like the strange man in Red Dead Redemption but with a coat. Playing video game. Suddenly feel very comfy and intense heat, warmth on my arm. It's my succubus and she made her presence known so we could play the game together and chit-chat. Spend like 2 minutes fumbling over names with her because I am in a relationship with my little sucks and I am still pretty bad with names, and even though I can feel a difference in energy presence between them all, it's still tricky recognizing who it is at first. I haven't spent that much time with her lately, so I am really happy she visited me like this. It can be awkward being in a relationship with my little sucks and having to contend with worries about giving them all enough personal attention is something I struggle with, but they are also kind and patient and loving to me and encourage me not to worry, overthink about it and to just enjoy every moment. Spend a few minutes imagining making out together. My visualization skills are still severely weak, but the image and tactile feeling of certain details like tongue and nipples come through pretty clearly, so even if I can't see color or the full picture of her or feel much on my physical body, I still can enjoy a lot of mental feelings associated with making out that my regular imagination would not be capable of. Snap back to playing the video game with her and having comfy small talk. She encourages me to make certain choices in the game, hits and rebounds per game, and also just sends me some vaguely naughty, lewd feelings despite the situation not being sexual at the moment. Partial possession. Share my drink with her. It's just milk, but it feels nice to be able to share it with someone. feel overcome with feelings of love and lovey-dovey-ness for her the whole time. I love her so much, brothers. She is so snuggly and perfect and fun to be around. I am truly the luckiest anon in the thread and probably in all of creation. I am so sorry to all Thenans who can't be me.